The Supreme Court's landmark decision on affirmative action, striking down race-conscious admissions policies in higher education as unconstitutional. We are tracking all the angles this morning. Let's go first to our senior national correspondent, Terry Moran at the Supreme Court. Terry, good morning.
Good morning, Mary. This is one of those cases people will be talking about for years, the Supreme Court ending affirmative action in higher education. But now the question is, what comes next? This morning, the Supreme Court sending colleges, universities, and prospective students into a scramble as it ends affirmative action in higher education. In a 6-3 decision, the court's conservative majority once again overturning decades of precedent and fundamentally changing American law and American life. Chief Justice John Roberts declaring that admissions policies at Harvard and the University of North Carolina violate the Constitution's guarantee of equal protection, saying they unavoidably employ race in a negative manner and involve racial stereotyping. Roberts adding, a student must be treated based on his or her experiences as an individual, not on the basis of race. But the court also held that some individual consideration of the racial background of an applicant is still lawful. Chief Justice Roberts writing that colleges can consider race in an applicant's essay, for example, if it's about how race affected his or her life, but that such consideration must be tied to that student's unique ability. In a blistering dissent joined by the other two liberals, Justice Sonia Sotomayor condemned the majority's, quote, superficial rule of colorblindness. And she declared the devastating impact of this decision cannot be overstated. Ignoring racial inequality will not make it disappear. And the court's only black woman, Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson, issued her own forceful dissent, writing, with let them eat cake obliviousness, today the majority pulls the ripcord and announces colorblindness for all by legal fiat. But deeming race irrelevant in law does not make it so in life. Outside the court, a couple hundred gathered in protest and in support of the decision. But most Americans have said they would back it. A poll last fall finding 63% say colleges shouldn't consider race in admissions, including majorities of white, Hispanic, and Asian and Pacific Islander Americans.
I just kept on thinking about what does this mean for the future?
Across the country, students and schools are now thrown into uncertainty, left wondering what this means for applications this fall, for college campuses in the future, and for a generation of black and brown students.
I know just from looking at the data that these campuses will see less Black and Latino students. And that's what I'm scared of, because many students who look like me already don't make up a lot of these institutions.
But others argue this will make the admissions process more fair.
We judge people not based on the color of their skin, but by what they do, who they are, their character, their achievements. And I think that in the college admissions process, that's only right.
President Biden announcing his administration is looking for new ways to ensure opportunity for minority students and continued diversity on campus, directing the Department of Education to study the issue, and condemning the court's conservative majority and its march to the right, saying, quote, this is not a normal court. That line was an extraordinarily harsh, extraordinarily personal criticism by a sitting president of the justices of the Supreme Court. Presidents criticize court decisions, but the justices themselves have usually been out of bounds. In an interview later, Biden explaining that what he meant by that was that he believes this is a court far more willing to overturn longstanding precedents, but he added, quote, its value system is different. Whit?
All right, Terry Moran, thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.